Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela. I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady and welcome back to today's Whips, Bits and Chat. This is number 177. Come on, let's go and see what I've got for you today. Okay, so first up today we have got the video roundup, and I've just realised what an almighty big muck up I made. This week you ended up with not one but two book reviews. I am so sorry. I've got a few other videos that were lined up, but I must have got my dates confused and when I uploaded them, because of course this week and next week are poppy weeks for me. I'll explain a little bit more about that a little bit further on in the video, but it means that you've got some decent videos coming up next week because I know what they are. But for this week's videos you had a modern crochet style, and then of course craft your own cozy Scandi Christmas. I believe that's Scandinavian abbreviated. Both of the links for those videos will be up in the I button. I am so sorry for the confusion this week. No wonder there wasn't lots of comments coming through. I really should have cottoned on and come and checked, shouldn't I? But I didn't. I was just like, okay, everybody's bogged down now with the Christmas items. That's what it must be. Boof. Dopey donut I am. Alright, okay, so now let's move on to what have I been up to this week. As I mentioned a few moments ago, it is a poppy fortnight. Now what that means for me is that I'm not actually spending a great deal of time at home. It's a rarity. It's the 2 weeks of the year I get to escape the house, guaranteed. Which so what happens is I go down to a local store in my area where my beautiful Andy has set up the Royal British Legion table, and I stand there and chat to people that come over and pick up a poppy and pop their donation in either the collection tin, or now they can do it by scanning their card. They've been able to do it the last couple of years because of COVID, but we've kept it going because it makes it easier at the end of the day. There's less pennies to count. And I mean pennies. I love all of the donations, and of course I love the people that come over and have a little chat with me, tell me how they've been doing and the reasons for them purchasing the poppy. Some people do it out of memory for a loved one or a friend. Some people do it because they know that the money is going to support ex-service personnel, and that there is a big group. Okay, it's not just the UK service personnel, so it's a really lovely charity to stand with, basically. So I was there manning the tables this week, had an absolutely beautiful time. I got to catch up with a couple of people I haven't seen all year because that's quite normal for me. I don't know where they live. They don't live locally to me, but they always seem to come and spot me at the table and go, hello girl. I used to be known as the cuddler. For the first few, well, before COVID, if somebody came up that looked like they needed a hug, they got a hug. It was that simple. And there was no extra charge. But of course, during COVID, I couldn't hug. I wasn't going to risk it, and I'm still not risking it now because numbers are spiking back in this area, and I don't want to be the one to pass it on to somebody else's family. But yeah, it's really lovely. But the problem is, when I get back, because I've had so much human interaction, my brain shuts down and turns to mush, and I'm there sitting there going, zombieing at the telly. Hubby makes me dinner, absolutely love him, and then sets me up with my crochet, and he's been sitting there giggling every evening because he's been passing me a red and black yarn, or setting me up, and he's like, there's your hook, girl, get on with next year's. So at this moment in time, I'm making the poppy leaves and poppy fronts for next year's batch of poppies that will be going out on the tables. Now I'm now announcing it, I'm only making 700. That is it. It might sound low considering other years I've been doing thousands or 1,000, but I'm stopping at 700 because I've done the math, worked out the donation amount, and when I get, it's not an if, it's when I get to that 700 mark, that'll be 5,000 poppies made, which is why I'm called the crazy poppy lady. You must be to do a pattern 5,000 times. But yeah, once I get to that point, I'm not going to know what to do with myself. I'm going to have to find another charity. So if you guys have got any ideas, pop a comment in the comment section down below for little items that could be made in bulk. Okay, please stay away from the baby hats and stuff for neonatal units, solely because my local one is inundated. Yeah, that's the right word, isn't it? Inundated with donations already, and they just don't have the room, and they've even had to employ a new staff member just to sort out the donations. So I know that my area has that covered. Okay, but if you can think of another charity that might appreciate a little bit of crochet from me, or maybe a lot, depending on what it is, please pop that comment in the comment section down below. And you never know, we may end up with some more tutorials for small items that we can all donate to a local charity. So as I said earlier, I am working on poppies, and at the moment the completed poppy count for next year is sitting at 180, with another 90 poppy leaves and poppy fronts ready to be put together and bagged up. So that'll be next week's job while I'm zombied on the sofa. Other things that have happened this week, well, of course I was telling you about the issues with hubby's car. Yeah, he's got to the point where he's had enough of it. It's fixable, easily fixable, but getting under and around all the bits he needs to do on the car or in the engine bay is really awkward and annoying. And so he'd nicked my car for a couple of days this week. Sorry, that ping was somebody on Instagram reaching out to me going, I can't find one of the crochet's poppies. I bought one for my daughter. Where can I get another two? And so whilst recording this, I've been sending out messages to me Andy and to the lass in Cheltenham to find out if they've got any poppies left, because I know on Monday last week, now they put them on the tables Friday, Saturday and Sunday. On Monday we only had 4 left in my local area, so that was 4 out of what, 350, because we split them down the middle, so it was 4 left in our area. Okay, and Cheltenham had gone to the race courses and taken them to the race courses, so I knew they'd used up a few, so I'm just waiting to hear if there are actually any left in Cheltenham. It's looking really, really good, as in there isn't any left. But now I'm feeling guilty because the person that's contacted me is like, well, I can drive to get them, and I'm like, but I don't sell them privately. Now, do I say to her, meet me at so and so shop at the table on a certain day that I'm going to be there, and I can scribble a couple over the table to her, so and then she can put the money in the box? Or do I be really evil and tell her she's got to wait till next year? I don't know. Help! Back to the hubby car story. Got a bit waylaid there, didn't I? But there he's seen the car, he's brought said car. And we're both driving back. It is pelting it down. The rain's coming down in sheets. We're not talking a little bit here. We're talking sheets. We're talking all cars doing maximum of 50 on the motorway instead of 70. Maximum of 50, and at some points it was even down to 30 miles an hour because visibility was so poor. So what would have taken an hour and a half to get home took us nearly 3 hours. It was like travelling to Essex, it was, from where I am. I was just like, I just want to get home. There I am, plodding along in Lemon, and Lemon's going, I don't like being wet. And I'm like, yeah, me too. But we got in the end, and so thankfully now I've got my car back to being my car and not our car. So hopefully, and next week will go a little bit easier, and it also means that I can jump between different poppy tables if I'm needed, whereas last week I wasn't able to because he nabbed my car. He did, he nabbed it, he did. Well, he does pay the insurance road tax and pay for the petrol, so I suppose I should let him, really. Okay, so I haven't really got a lot more to chat about this week, although I've been very busy. It's very boring, or it's not something that I want to add on YouTube. So let's have a little bit of fun here. Let's add a cheeky competition. You will have the opportunity to choose from one of the winner only patterns. Now, these patterns, of course, were designed by me, but I'm unable to sell them because they're character patterns. They are based off they're meant to be made with a C2C stitch, whether it be the standard or the mini that I have tutorials for on this channel, but they have also been knitted as well from some complete and utter loony crazies. I love you girls. And others have also used different stitches to get a beautiful effect for a blanket. Okay, so here are a couple of choices. Oh, wrong side. Here are a couple of choices on the screen for you now. Fingers crossed I get this editing sorted and it looks all right. But there are at least another 11 for you to play with, to choose from. So they're just to give you an idea. Now, what I would like you to write down is in the comments section, what month do you think that I will complete this coming year's poppy challenge? That is, which month do you think I will complete those 700 poppies? Okay, and then once I've completed them, I will come back to this video and draw a winner. So I may end up doing them all in one go. I may end up stretching it out as far as I possibly can to make content. Or I may just be completely evil and finish up the set I've done and not do any more until next October when I go, oh, I'm out of time. So have a guess. It's mainly for fun, but make sure you pop the month that you think it is in the description box down below. Just use the number, okay? Just the number. So that's 1 through to 12, okay? And not the actual word, just the number. And we'll see who's lucky enough to win. Right, as I said, I'm running out of stuff to chat about today, so that is it for me for today. A very short and sharp whip, spits and chat. Yeah, whip, spits and chat for you all. I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really, really soon. So please remember, stay chilled, stay happy and keep crafting. Goodbye, everybody.